YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Trix. We're back at it again today. And this time I'm bringing you guys an Ojama Go deck. Shout out to the Chaz for making this deck on his own and putting a lot of work in on the KC Cup with this deck. Not this specific version that you're going to see that I'm using, just because I'm missing a couple of cards, but the deck that he's using, he actually made it up to Division level 20 with that deck. So shout out to him. Good job, man. I wish you the best of luck if you're gonna use this deck in stage 2 of the KC Cup. We'll see. Anyway, let's talk about the skill first off, because that's what this whole deck is based around. And it can be used each time your life points decrease by 1800. Special summon a Ojama token on your opponent's side of the field in defensive position. So, seeing as I can't show you that, I'll just explain it to you guys what it is. The Ojama token can't be tributed off of the field, and if your opponent does destroy it somehow, he takes 300 points of damage to his life points. Basically, what it's used for is locking down your opponent's monster zones and stalling them out. Hence why we have a Jar of Avarice in here. We have the Walls of Disruption, so you can decrease the damage you're going to be taking. We have the Lava Golems. I'll talk about a specific combo while using the Lava Golem and the token, how they work really well together. I'll show you guys that. But basically, the deck list is on the left, and as far as I know, I'll just make a couple suggestions. So if you don't have Maneater Bug, DD Warrior is another solid suggestion I give you guys. I did have it in this deck before in place of the 4-star Ladybug. I decided to put the 4-star Ladybug in here though instead. But you can use DD Warrior, that's just fine. If you don't have the Kribo, again, DD Warrior. If you have another 4-star Ladybug of Doom, put that in there. Maneater Bug. I'm just going to pause the replay while I talk about this. The reason why I think that Maneater Bug is a very key card in this deck is because you're gonna want to take that 1800 life points of damage to get that token on your opponent's side of the field as quick as possible. Maneater Bug allows you to choose one monster on the field and destroy it. That's why I think it's a very key card. Anyway, let's talk about the replays. So I popped my Golden Ladybug. He summons a Sky Star Ray, so he attacks us directly for 600 life points. We're going to pop our Ladybug again, set a Trap Hole and a Wall of Disruption in the back row. We're going to Floodgate that one Star Ray, so we can start locking down his monster card zones. Pick up another Golden Ladybug, so we're going to be able to gain those life points back. And I was just waiting patiently until he attacked me again, so we can get that token on his side of the field. We're going to activate our Golden Ladybugs. There you go. Get the token on the field. I'll pause it just so you guys can see right here. Special summoned with the effect of Ojama, Trio, etc. This token cannot be used as a tribute for a tribute summon, and when it is destroyed, the controller takes 300 damage. So like I explained to you guys before, very similar situation. Now he activates Temple of the Mind's Eye, so he's going to be doing 1,000 damage each attack now. That's okay. Pick up another Golden Ladybug. We're going to be gaining 1,500 life points per turn. And we're going to set our DD Warrior. Like I said, I had it in the deck before, but I decided to take it out for a Maneater Bug that I actually picked up by opening packs in between the recordings of this video. So I took it out and added in a Maneater Bug, but DD Warrior works just as fine, I think. So we're just going to keep popping our Ladybug. We're going to be gaining our life points well above anything that he can attack into us with. We have 2 Sphere Kribo in hand. Still have our DD Warrior on the field. His monster zone is locked down completely. Like, there's nothing he can do. And the deck he was using was kind of like a direct attack mixture deck with Temple of the Mind's Eye and I think Extra as well. Or no, he was using Mind Scan, sorry. But it was kind of like a direct attack damage deck, so I was pretty certain that he wasn't going to summon anything that was going to be a threat to me anyway. So it wasn't. I knew that I at a point in this duel that I had it won. So we have 5 cards in the graveyard. I want to make note of this, okay? So I have 5 cards in the graveyard. I set my Jar of Avarice. Turn your toggle button to on. That way he can't take out that Jar of Avarice before you get those cards back into your deck. That's the whole point of this deck, is to stall your opponent out, guys. So you're going to want to replenish your cards back into your deck so your opponent decks out before you. So, anyway, let's get back to the duel. So, we got Massive More Draining Shield. We're going to keep popping Golden Ladybug. We have 1,500 life, or 15,000 life points. As if we need any more, and he's seen the end, so he's like, you know what? I'm just going to give up, you know? I can't take the punishment anymore. But, I mean, like I said, I only lost 2 duels with this deck. And I think I'm probably going to make a run for Legend with this deck just to see if it works. But like I said, you got to be mindful of what deck you're playing against. So I was actually going to end this duel in particular because he had 26 cards. And I was like, no way. I'm not, you know what? I'm not going to try stalling out someone like that large of a deck. But I'll show you guys how it plays out anyway. So we get our token on his side of the field. He has his Sasuke. We're going to Floodgate. He had a 6 Samurai for some reason. I think it's some weird hybrid deck. We're going to pop our Massive Morph. Get our Golden Ladybug going. He tributes it off. For this guy right here, it has 2100 attack without the field spell. Commander Gotham's. He gives Saber monsters extra attack. Kind of useless, I guess, if you're not using Saber monsters. We're going to pop our Lava Golem. And we're going to start burning him out. He gets a Sheehan Daredevil, but we're going to Floodgate that so we can, you know, make sure that his monster zones are locked down as best as we can. We're going to use the Sphere Karibo so we don't take 3,000 damage. We're going to set our Massive Morph. And then we're going to Massive Morph, of course, into the Lava Golem. And we pick up our Jar of Avarice, which is good because we have 6 cards in the graveyard. Again, I always activate Jar of Avarice on their turn by turning the toggle button on. And as soon as they draw that card, you can pop it and get those cards back into your deck. So even with Jar of Avarice, I was at that point where there was no way that I could deck him out. At this point, but we had the Lava Golem, and that's also another win condition, is by burning your opponent out with the Lava Golem. We're going up against another Mind Scan. I think I ran into, if I'm not mistaken, 3 or 4 different Mind Scan decks. 2 of them were Glad Beasts, the one deck that you guys seen, and then there was another one. It might have been another Gladiator Beast deck, but so like Gladiator Beast against this deck, you gotta be careful because they'll keep shuffling their Gladiator Beast back into the deck and summoning their fusion monster with 2500 attack. The name kind of eluding me right now, but you guys will get to see it anyway. So if you face a Gladiator Beast deck with this Ojama Go deck, you guys are going to see how to kind of play around them taking out your back row and stuff like that. So anyway, we pop our Golden Ladybug. We set the Massive Morph. Of course, we're going to set on a Dimikari, so he can't attack us twice. We pick up a Ghost Trick. Now, see, there you go. So he's going to put 2 Gladiator Beasts back in his deck. He's going to summon out his Fusion Summon monster. Okay, and now he's going to keep cycling them back and forth. That's what you have to be wary of, because he can keep cycling his gladiator beast back and forth with that fusion summon. You'll see him do it a couple of times actually. So I want to make note of that. I decided to pop my Jar of Avarice on the end of my turn, because why not? I was kind of worried that he's going to take it out anyway, so I just decided to activate it. Pick up a Massive Morph on the end of the turn there. We got a Floodgate. Floodgates are important against GB. The quicker you can lock them down, the easier. But this guy started realizing what I was doing, so I was kind of a little worried at this point. I was like, okay, well, how am I going to be able to deal with this and get a win out of it? Again, he gets his BCRE out so he can take out our Trap Hole. It doesn't matter. You can chain it and Floodgate it anyway. Pick up the Lava Golem. Activate our Golden Ladybugs. Get some life points back. I decided not to get that Lava Golem out just yet. I wanted to be patient with it. We're going to Massive Morph his Fusion Summon. He attacks into us with his Bestiari. Gets out his Dimikari so he can attack us twice. Pick up a Draining Shield. And then that's where I decide to use my Lava Golem, but he Floodgates it, so he won't be taking burning damage, but we put the token on his side of the field anyway. So before we get too far into it, I just want to explain the combo that just happened to you guys. So instead of like on my turn, because I took enough damage to summon the token, I waited until he had 2 monsters on his side of the field. Then you use your Lava Golem, special summon that Lava Golem to his side of the field. Then you activate Ojama Go, put that token on his side of the field. So not only are his monster card zones locked down, but he has a Lava Golem burning out his life points as well. So that's a pretty key combo that I want to make note to you guys, because I won a few duels using that combo I just explained to you guys. So we're getting our life points up to a healthy 6,000. We draw into our DD Warrior. I decided to attack into the Lava Golem to get it off of the field. I wouldn't recommend that to you guys. I kind of misplayed because he summoned his Bestiari. So at this point, I thought I was gonna lose, and the only reason I thought I was gonna lose was because we're drawing 1 card before he draws a card, so we literally would have lost by 1 card. But just watch, okay? So, you know, you put the Massive Morph on the Bestiari. He has 2 tokens, and he decided to give up. He didn't want to take it anymore. He couldn't stand it. He gave up. If he would have held out for like 6 more turns, he would have won that duel. But this deck is very frustrating for players to play against, especially when they see that Jar of Avarice and you flip it up. They're like, "Oh no, we can't win by decking him out." So a lot of people give up when that happens. But like I said, you gotta be patient with this deck. You also gotta realize like what you're playing with and kind of work with the cards that you have and the cards that you don't have. So he summons a Luster Dragon. I decided to pop the Draining Shield just so we can get some life points up. I decided to pop the Draining Shield again. Activate our Golden Ladybug. I attack into him because I want to get a token out and remove his Luster Dragon. I don't know why he attacks into us with his Exploding Dragon. It doesn't do any damage to your life points anyway. So we pick up a Floodgate. We're just going to keep stalling him out. Like I said with this Ojama Go deck, it's very slow. Like, I mean, the whole point is to burn out your opponent, right? Either by decking them out, burning them out, or just locking down their monster card zones so they can't attack you or do anything. So a lot of the duels I was playing, I don't know, I'm just going to throw a ballpark average of turns. I would say at least 30. And that's no joke. You may not have seen it in some of these duels, but a lot of the duels I was playing on the KC Cup, I was going upwards of turn 30. So it's like, it's a super slow deck. It's also very consistent though. I was surprised that I did as well as I did. And one of the duels I lost was literally one of my own mistakes. I shouldn't have summoned a monster when I did. And my opponent attacked into me with one of the tokens. And then he did an econ take to take that token off the field. He took my monster, attacked into me with his big monster, and took me out that way. So that was my fault. I shouldn't have even summoned a monster on the field anyway. So he flips over a mirror wall just to free up his back row, and you'll see why in a second. So we got 12,000 life points. I mean, that's a lot of life points. You know, it's going to be hard to get around. So he activates Dark Dragon Ritual. Uses our tokens against us here. He gets out the Paladin of Dark Dragon, and then he pops its effect to get out another Red Eyes. That's okay. He summons another monster. We got a Wall of Disruption, so you know, we're not going to be taking any damage. Flips over the Ladybug, takes out his 1700 monster he had there. He activates Trap Hole, probably just cuz, why not? Get the Lava Golem. He has another Dark Dragon Ritual in his hand. Gets out his Paladin of Dark Dragon again. He doesn't pop its effect. Uses Sword of the Deep Sea, attacks into me. I use the Massive Morph, of course, on the Paladin of Dark Dragon. Massive Morph, chain the Draining Shield combo. We can get some life points, and you know, sitting at a healthy 15,500 life points. I mean, even if he did get out a bunch of big monsters, which he couldn't, because we have a token there, there was nothing he could do. Basically, you're just going to be ending your turn back and forth once you establish board control. Attacks into the Yukiona. Basically, it's another floodgate. And then we're going to pop our Ladybugs. You know, rub some salt in the wound. We have 16,000 life points, guys. It's absolutely ridiculous. Pick up Draining Shield. End my turn. I decide not to activate Ladybug's effect. There was no point. We have enough life points, and he got decked out. Alright, so last one right here. We're going Chaz against Chaz. And the first thing that popped in my head was like, oh no, is this going to be an Ojama Go against Ojama Go? We'll see. Not going to spoil the surprise for you guys. But you'll see what we're playing against. Alright, so we got the Golden Ladybug, 4-star Ladybug. Massive Morph and Draining Shield. We're going to be patient. He's not using Ojama Go. I thought it was a mirror match because he had 21 cards in his deck. But he's using a like a dragon deck type of hybrid, you know, something like that. He attacks into our Ladybug. We take out the Vanguard. Take 3,000 life points of damage, but I did that because I want to get those tokens on his side of the field. We're going to activate the Draining Shield to get some life points back. We're going to Massive Morph, so I'll just pause it for a second. You're going to want to activate the Massive Morph, chain it with the Draining Shield. That's why I got 6,000 life points back. So just remember you have to chain those two. We're going to set the Floodgate, so just in case he does summon another monster, it won't be too much of a problem for us. Alright, we got the Massive Morphs anyway, and we have both Sphere Karibo in our hand. Drawn to our Lava Golem. That's another safety option. So even with him starting out with 21 cards, because we have the Jar of Avarice, it really doesn't matter. So he knew what I was trying to do. So I attack into his Blue Eyes White Dragon so I can get a token on his side of the field. That's why I used the Karibo to attack into him. But he summoned a Kaiba-Man to take up that zone on his own. And there you go. That's another one of the combos where we put the Massive Morph on the Lava Golem. And after we special summoned that Lava Golem, we put the token on his side of the field, so his zones are locked up. He tried using Ryoku on the Lava Golem to put on the token and attack into me, but I was like, nah. We got Sphere Karibo anyway. We have the Wall of Disrupt and the Floodgate, 2 Ladybugs, sitting pretty right now. And he gets burned out by the Lava Golem. I will say this much, like, yeah, it's a slow deck to use, but it's super fun. Now, I won 7 games in a row on the KC Cup, and the 2 losses on the rank ladder I mentioned to you guys. But other than that, it's pretty consistent, and I'll see myself using this deck again, that's for sure. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more content coming your guys' way. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, activate the bell so you guys get notifications when new uploads come on the channel. And as always, we'll see you in the next video.